I'm not starting yet. I just wanted to be on a few minutes early and grab. Anybody want water or anything? You got yours? Grab mine. Oh, tissue right here. Oh, there's one underneath it too. Grab the water. Want water, Tiffany? No, I'm fine. Okay. I threw a Sprite. I want to sit close to the heater too. Yeah. I want to sit close to the heater too. Yep. I got a Sprite on my bag. Oh my gosh. How do we order more of these lookbooks? Can we order one? Yes, on a section 2. So like when you're on InTouch and like you're ordering products and you see search for a product in section 2, you can click on that and then like a bar of them will show. I'll send you a picture. Yeah, because I look all over the place. I know, I had trouble with that too. Because when I placed that order, which I really just bought more product, it didn't sell anything anybody or myself. I just went ahead and oh my gosh, you guys, water's so good. I have been so bad. Like, I never drink soda, okay? Like, okay, not never, but like I hardly ever drink soda. And Steven bought, for Christmas, he bought the cans of Coke. Like, and man, a nice cold can of Coca-Cola. Yes. I have been drinking them like it's water. And so my body's feeling it. I'm like, I need to get some sparkling water in this house. What did this one girl say yesterday? She was so cute. Where was that? Oh, I was doing a delivery at my friend who does a volleyball thing. And they invited me in, and I was there for like an hour and a half. It was crazy. And the daughter, she's like, we have bubbly water. Like the sparkling water. All right, let me go tell everybody we're live. And then we'll jump right into some announcements and all that fun stuff. Oh, 6:28. I got a few minutes. All right, I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm so tired. Y'all, I got a video. It's snowing at my parents' house. No. And she sent me a video. We don't see that. They're in North Carolina. Okay. Shouldn't do that. Yeah. I saw that. And oh my gosh, Mary Lyons is headed to Disney World with her 2 girls right now. Well, I hope not. That's a lot. Watch the dog go out. That's really so beautiful. I mean,
it's enough for North Carolina.
Yeah. But look at the sweater with the little. Just realized I haven't seen it. Oh, she's funny. No, I hate that.
Really classy.
So cute. Well, she hands around and shows you like under the porch.
Really
like
classy.
Like falling under the light. It's pretty deep because look at her little footprints in the snow.
Y'all don't know deep.
I know, it's deep.
I'm like, y'all don't know deep.
It's deep for us North Carolina girls.
I used to live in South Carolina, Chicago.
I bet it
The
is.
snow has come to the door. We can't come out.
Yeah, I bet. I just wanted to snow once. They live in Fayetteville. They're southern. I really want to go up to Caldcroft and 2. I really want to. I want to take the kids. I think the kids would have so much fun. Ice skating up there. Yes, see, I've never done that. I want to do that. Right, we are live. I didn't actually ice skating in Rockefeller Center, but I watched some friends. I stood up talking and watched them. It's still awesome to just be there.
We used to go to Wisconsin to go skiing, and then we would go like ice skating and all that on like the actual pond instead of the river. We would do the pond.
Right.
Yeah. So we used to say
so weird.
There are a couple of times we probably could have died.
Yeah, probably. Not picking up spots.
Like, oh, that just cracked. Let me try to race back over here.
Guys who are drunkards. Katie is still out of town. Otherwise, she would be here. And Miss Amanda had something come up. So otherwise, she would be here.
I really want those shoes.
Justfab.com. That's where I got them. When we got our shoes for Brittany's national debut, those flower ones, those heels, I kept my account. And so it charged me because I forgot to skip the month. And so I just decided to go get them for fun. And I never wore them because I'm like, I can't pull these off. And then Stephen made a joke about them. And so I was like, well, I'm never wear them. And then I just felt so amazing after today. I was like, I don't know. Look
Great with that sweater.
Thank you. I had something else on and Stevens was that like, do not.
They're very cute.
Thank
I
you.
know. It's like the first thing I noticed.
That's what I was like, those are really
Like, as soon as
cute.
you opened the door, I was like, ooh.
Like, you
Oh my gosh.
I'm always gonna notice the shoes.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's true. I was like, if I get Tiffany's approval, I'm good.
I love the shoes, so.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. One thing I love to do, and I want to be more intentional about it this year, is for seminar, we go, I just went because I went like 5 months early though, is we do a say yes to the dress event where we go and just shop for dresses, and then the plan is to lead generate afterwards, but you're so tired from the dress shopping. We just have lunch and go take a nap, but we can do that this year. Last year I had people earn it. Okay, so we're at 6:32, so we can take a sip of coffee because you know I need it at 6:30 at night. Gurgle. I think I've lived on coffee the last 48 hours. Okay.
So much better.
I know, it feels so great. It feels, I mean, that, like, I just feel like there's a fire. I mean, there literally is, but you know, the fire. Sorry. I'm sorry about the sniffling, everyone. Oh, Tiffany's commenting. I can't see your chat because I have it full screen. I can't see the chat. Where is it?
Hey, Tiffany.
Do you hear Tiffany S? Okay. She says she's watching live and commenting on YouTube chat. I don't see anything yet to list all available commands. All right, I'll leave it like this. So if I don't get what you're saying, Vox it to me. I'm going to have Voxer up while we're doing this, okay? Okay. Oh, happy Wednesday. Wisdom Wednesday. That's what I call it. Like Wisdom Wednesday. That's what I've been calling it. Probably just to myself. And Happy New Year! Yay! We survived! We survived 2017. Yes! And we survived December as a unit. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to jump in with some announcements, and then we'll do recognition. I'm so sorry about the form. We had a little bit of an issue, so if you filled it out, let me pull it up real quick and see if you refilled it out. You can also text me your results because I did something weird and then I had to redo it, and I literally just fixed it 5 minutes ago. So you probably are like, what's going on, guys? So Happy New Year. We're gonna have some fun today. Talk about some awesome things. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it right there. All right, so first we're gonna talk about some announcements. Well, first of all, I just wanna say hallelujah, because we hit our goal this month, and some of you knew we were kind of like in a make or break situation with the unit. And we went from needing $3,332 on December 31st, or 30th, whatever, to only needing about $500 the last day of the month. And so several people just rallied together, and you know anything about the Mary Kay world, sometimes you're able to get an extension some ways, and we had until Wednesday morning today at 11 a.m., or really 12 p.m., but I think about 11:30 this morning, it was done. So, yay! That's a big deal. We have been talked about in our national area. Crystal's been talking to us. She's messaged some of you guys, and I just want to say thank you, because literally without you, we would not have a unit. It's not me. It's all of you guys, and I really do enjoy this family. It's our chosen family. We talk about that a lot, and sometimes our chosen families are so awesome, and it's choosing, you know, and so my families did not choose their family. So I'm so excited about that. We really rallied, and Jennifer Vargas kept messaging me. She even messaged me today because I literally went from finishing the month to planning the meeting and doing all kinds of, like, I didn't stop. And she's like, make sure you take a breath and rest. You've been working hard, and And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Like, her just to think about that. So, and she's in Phoenix, so you guys haven't met her, but you'll meet her at career conference if you go. She's a mom of 4. She has a newborn baby, and the baby was born with a broken collarbone. So it was like right before, after she started her business. So she's really just kind of, but she stuck with it. And so anyways, I just have to say that. And then Tiffany Hawthorne, she just rallied my girls. or Rally Us. She was calling people and messaging people. She's like, this is what we need. What are you going to do? So I really appreciate that. Because sometimes when the director calls, you hear wah, 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 you know, like the Charlie Brown teacher. So that was really cool. So anyways, I just still am like in amazement, like, wow. Because I went from being like, and this is just me being real, I was literally like, maybe I'm not supposed to be a leader in this company anymore. Like, I just haven't pulled it together. What am I going to do? And then within 24 hours, it all turned around. I went through that emotional cycle like 20 times in a day. Like, it was crazy. So, all right, so I'm ready for January, okay? I mean, it's already January, but we're ready. Let's see. So we are going to have our brunch on Saturday. Yay! I'm so excited. If you guys have like any allergies or dietary needs or something like that, you just text me. You do? Okay, yeah, let me know. For sure. Because I don't want to make something that you can't eat and you're just sitting there like hungry. Because it's like middle of the day. So yeah, text me.
I'm allergic to strawberries.
Okay, good to know.
Don't want to die.
Yeah, we don't want you to die. So if you do, just let me know. First, text me. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me know that. We have a. What's that? We have a new bracelet this month, and it is. I love this bracelet. Have you guys seen it yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God!
It's
It's
diamonds in this bracelet.
I know, right? That is so cool. The company's never done that. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. So the bracelet is, the word on it is confident, which I love, especially for this month. And so what happens is if you earn the bracelet this month, not only are you, you get entered to win a diamond tennis bracelet. And so there's a certain amount of consultants from each seminar group, so Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, that are going to get picked. And there's going to be 100 winners from each seminar category as well to get 100 gift cards, or $100 gift cards. $100 gift cards. So that's really cool. They've never done anything like that before. Really, really awesome. Something that we're going to be doing is a mid-month moneymaker. So I don't know if you guys, I'm going to put it up on the board, but some of you guys have seen this already. So it's a mid-month moneymaker. So if you have $300 wholesale in by the 15th, and it can be cumulative, so it can add up. You can do 100 each week, you can do 300 at one time. It doesn't matter. However, you get to 300 by the 15th, you're going to get this. It's a really pretty. Maybe it's a wing. So it matches the bracelet. So it's just a little wing. Gold necklace, and it goes with your bracelet that you're going to earn. Because if you have 300 in by the 15th, you only need 300 more to get your bracelet. So it's kind of like a constant, I'm on target type of thing. So by the 15th, if you have 300 in for your bracelet, great, you're halfway to your bracelet, which means you're also going to be on target for star. Okay, so if you got your bracelet last month after the 15th or whatever, you're on target for Q3 star, which is awesome. And if you got your bracelet last month, you're on target for the VIP Luncheon and Career Conference. And I had a flyer for that, and I forgot to print it because I put your faces on it. It was so pretty. I did black and white and this pink writing. Like, that was the one I was very excited about. I'm excited about this too. So this is going to go on our board in there. And then we also have our ways to win. Now, I talk about this all the time, but I don't post about it as much. So since the new year started, we've been doing monthly ways to win, and they're always the same. Like, they don't change. They're not going to change until the year ends and we feel we need to do something else. So it's like multiple ways for people to win at whatever level you're at in your business, okay? So you have the $100 days. So if you sell $100 or more in a day, you get a raffle. So if like on Monday you sell $200, you get one entry. And there's a form to fill out. I'll post it. It's like the Google form. And then on Tuesday, if you sell $300, you get another entry. So there's like, if you sell $1,000 or more, it doesn't matter how much you sell, as long as it's 100 or more, you get an entry. And so at the end of the month, I do a raffle. You get a prize. I don't think we've done the raffle yet. Nobody fills it out. But that's okay. It's all about just like getting into the habit. So there's $100 days, and then you have the $600 wholesale pre-order. So of course you're going to get your bracelet, and you're going to get your invite to the brunch. And then we have $1,000 grand slam, and this is what I was talking about. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not yet. So if you do $1,000 in wholesale orders, and that's cumulative, so at the end of the month, if that's what your wholesale order is, then you're gonna get the Grand Slam prize. And every month it's something different, but it's a big prize. And then of course you get invited to the brunch. And then if you add 2 or more team members in a month, they don't even have to go active, you just add the people, you get invited to the brunch too, okay? So that's gonna be on our board, and I will post this. I was printing it out every month and changing the banner and the name. And I was like, why don't I just put monthly waste to win on it? That will save trees. Environmentally friendly, okay? Oh man, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm supposed to be done in like 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, career conference is coming up. We're going to talk a lot more about this next week, how to plan for it, dates, kind of what to expect. But I just wanted to throw the dates out there if you didn't know already. It's going to be March 23rd and 24th, so it's a Friday, Saturday. We usually leave very early that morning. You can leave and come whenever you want. We typically carpool. I have no idea what we're going to be doing this year. I would imagine we're probably all going to try and regroup because, dun, 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 I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this yet. I think I am.
We'll keep it a secret.
Somebody's speaking at it.
Keeping it.
Speaking, is there like a guest speaker at it?
Yes, there's all kinds of nationals and sales directors and teachers and all that, but Crystal Trojanowski, our national, is going to be in Phoenix. She's the #1 national there. And this is not finalized yet, but there is going to be, I believe, did that turn off?
It's
Okay. A way to earn dessert with Crystal that Friday night. Okay. I believe Rachel is working on a flyer and things like that. I think she's announcing it to her unit tomorrow, so I didn't want to give any like bigger details other than there's going to be a way to earn dessert with Crystal. I feel like it instantly got pulled in here. Is that me?
Yeah.
because it's still big.
Okay. Well, if I need to, sometimes you have to press the button down, but maybe it only is on hold. But anyways, there's going to be a way to earn dessert with Crystal. And there's some directors from California coming in that are part of our national area. So it's going to be a really big career conference this year. I'm really excited. Last year it was so great. Cindy Williams was there, who's a very well-known, she's one of my favorites. I got a picture with her, but what? She's very like, that's her. So I love her, so that's career conference. If you want to go ahead and fill out your December ways to win form, you totally can. I'll post it. Normally I'm like have it done by the 3rd, but you just have to push the black button down. Well, be careful, like because the gas like kind of comes. Yeah, hold it for.
It's already, there's blue sticking out.
Yeah, it's,
on.
Okay. I just feel like it's not on.
We just got too hot.
Wait.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh, see that? Did you see that?
Yeah, it's lit.
Okay.
I turned it.
Turned it
Just
up.
turned it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, we had a little heating issue.
I'm on fire.
Oh my God. You guys, and I'm going to tell you a story at the end of this. So I want to get this done. Victory, not victim. Yeah! She's talking about Cindy Williams. She always does her beat like this. Okay, moving on. Oh, fill out your December ways to win form if you want, and we'll go from there. Okay, recognition. Oops. If you had 5 or more bookings this week, I want you to go whoop whoop. Aw. If you saw 5 or more faces this week, I want you to go whoop whoop. That's okay. Sales! Retail sales, amount of product you sold. If you sold anything at all, you opened your store in the last week, I want you to go whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
Well, I didn't sell anything, but I can sell.
You had to say, there you go, you opened your store. Yeah, that's right, you had your sale. Okay, I'm just like, I smell gas and freak out. All right. Say, okay, if you sold 300 or more in retail, All right, what were your total sales?
669.
Woohoo! And was that from, right now pose. Was that from parties or reorders or what?
No, so I had us from our Naughty Nice post that we did.
Oh, cool.
And then also I did a end of year sale and then I issued.
Oh, awesome. So a whole mix of things. That's really great. Congratulations. All right, I just want to pat myself on the back a little bit because this is the best sales we've ever had. I ran an inventory year-end sale, but the retail I sold, okay, it's crazy. This was more than like triple my Pink Friday. $1,779. What? I was like, oh, that's probably like 600 or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, awesome. Okay, Sherry, did anybody hold any share costs today? Or, I mean, this week? No? Okay. Did anybody have any team members? No? Okay. Okay, so next week we'll start back with Miss Mary Kay, and I'll talk a little bit about that. That basically goes to the consultant who is, what is the word? Embodying Mary Kay throughout her day. So like, are you wearing your dress or skirt? Do you have your pen? Do you have your business card in your wallet or your card? Do you have your date book? Do you have your voicemail set up for Mary Kay? Like just things like that. So I'll put the criteria up there. And then, and it's just a fun, like, we can stay down and do it fast. Okay, so now for the big stuff. Am I missing anything? Like any announcements or anything that I can think of that's company related or anything like that? Okay, awesome. All right, so we are going to be talking about just the new year, what all that entails, and what I think, you know, we can do as a unit, what you feel you can do. I was really moved by everybody's goals that they shared with me, and I'm going to be really excited to hear what you guys have. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the goals I have for myself and my unit, our unit, just because I think it's important. It's so funny to just watch evolution of yourself and Mary Kay, because I remember when Crystal, and she talks about this, when she first became national, she's like, I'm not going to do anything. My thing was down. I'm like, I'm not going to have a thing. And then the next year, she ended up having a theme for us, which was choose and decide. Are you going to choose and decide? And that was really cool. And then it's just a constant evolution. And I love that nothing stays the same. And I was a person who, oh my God, I hated change. Like, do not tell me we're meeting at a different restaurant. We said we were meeting here. Like, that's just who you can ask my mom. She'll probably post on the Facebook page, yeah, she was awful. Like, if the plans changed, I became like, it was Jekyll and Hyde. It was awful. But now, of course, I might get frustrated, but you just have to go with the flow. I mean, what can you do? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So it's a new year, and lots of people are wanting something new, okay? I can't tell you how many freaking that's not the right word, how many gym posts. Oh, I'm so excited, I'm starting the year off right at the gym. I'm like, girl, you haven't gone since last January. Like, come on, who are you joking? Like, you know, talk about it all year. And it is not to discredit them or to make fun of them, but it's just like, give me a week and you're gonna be like, you know, it's just that's how it is, okay? And you have that feeling of like, ooh, it's like a new, fresh startness going on, you know? And what's really cool, and I say this so much, and people are probably so sick of me saying it, but we have 2 New Years in Mary Kay. So in Mary Kay, our fiscal year starts July 1st and it ends June 30th. So July 1st is our new year Mary Kay. Everything starts over. And then we get to do it again with the rest of the world in January. So this is kind of like our 6-month mark. So we got 6 more months until seminar year ends, when all the celebration happens, and we get ready for seminar and all those things. And so for us, like when I was thinking about how this month was, because, you know, like I had talked to some of the girls, the past few months, it's just really been like dead and a struggle. Like I've been trying to rebuild the unit and you know, just to have more people and more momentum and more growth, and it had been a struggle for me. And then all of a sudden in the last 48 hours, it was just like, bam, bam, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make this happen? It's the biggest rally we've ever had, the biggest come together. What do we need? Let me do more. What can I do more of? You know, it was just, I used to not share those things. I would just not. I was like, our goal is to do this and to do that. And I really was very like quiet about it. And I just saw another Jamie Taylor post about that, how she was always quiet about her wanting to become a national and doing this, and people would ask her, when am I going to do it, and things like that. And people would ask me, when are you going to teach Cadillac? When are you going to teach Cadillac? I'm like, I'm working on it. Like, same thing, like, asking me, I don't know, And so for us, I don't feel like it's a restart button. I feel like it's just like a continuum, like a continue the momentum button. Like, don't stop, just keep going. Because, once you stop, that's when it all comes down, okay? And so what I'm going to talk about tonight is not just goal setting in Mary Kay, but just in life. The other day, I think it was New Year's Day. I don't even remember, but I was like, oh my God, we're still like this far away, and I was going crazy. And anytime Steven's home and the kids are home and I need to work, he'll just take them somewhere. But he was going to go to the park, and Meredith's really into going outside. And I was like, I'm going to go with you. I was like, I need to get out. I need to clear my head. I need to be in the presence of the kids without like being in my work. Like, oh, we're walking, but I'm working, type thing. And so we walked on this trail, went to this park on Roadrunner, and we walked and we were talking about different things. And I really wanted to be intentional with the kids this year, and Meredith didn't really get it. But what do you want to do this year? What do you want to do in swim? What's your goal? Well, I want to be the fastest. Okay, what do you want to be the fastest at? The backstroke. And so when you're making a goal, you really want to be specific about it. Well, I want a car. Okay, great. What kind of car? I want a Mary Kay white Chevy Cruze. Great. When do you want to do that? I want to do that by the end of April. Great. When are you going to start? Okay, how are you going to do that? Like, there's got to be a lot of specifics, because when you just speak something, that's great. The first thing to do is declare it. Because if you don't have a plan, it's just like a wish. Like, that's all it is. Like, a dream without a plan is a wish. So, what do you want to accomplish this year? What do you want to accomplish in the next 6 months in your Mary Kay business? In the next 3 months, in the next week, in the next month? What is that? So I put this up here. I don't know if you guys are going to see it, but everything I write, you're going to hear me say. So don't worry about it. And it's just a list of like, what does a goal need? And I know that I got this to you guys late, and it's okay if you didn't fill it out. But I had sent you all a questionnaire, and I think I posted it in the event page too. So I can find it. And this was great. This is from the Kristen Sharp National Area. I love Kristen Sharp. She's really great. And I love what it says at the top. Because I'm not about New Year's resolutions. I really love just goal setting. Like, I just hate goal setting. But it says, I'm releasing whatever in the past has caused discouragement or disappointment. I am open to new ideas, activities, and relationships. Each day I will work with a laser focus on income-producing activities. So like during the day, instead of like sending out emails or making flyers and stuff, like I'm usually booking for fun with customers. I do my flyers at night, unless it's like something I need to do right away. But like working on your income-producing activities. This new year will be filled with optimism, joy, and enthusiasm. This will be my best year ever. And so I love these questions because it really gets you to thinking, and it really has you think, like, what is all this stuff? Like, what would you like your biggest triumph to be? What would you most like to change about yourself? And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to change all these 20 things. You're not going to change those 20 things. You can change maybe 1 or 2 or work on these habits or things like that, but you're not going to change like the whole slope. So don't overwhelm yourself. What is the biggest risk you're willing to take? What major change are you going to make? What advice would you like to give yourself? I love this one. I didn't fill mine out. I'm sorry. I actually meant to do it before I got here, but Tiffany was filling hers out. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm filling out this paper you gave us. I was like, right. I was like, I forgot. What one word would you like to have as your theme in 2018? So I'm going to tell you my word. My word is simple. Simple. Now, life is not simple. Things are going to complicate my life. But what my goal is to simplify it as much as possible. So if there is a situation, or there is a person, or there is an activity that is causing me unnecessary stress and taking me away from what I need to be doing with Mary Kay, not saying like me going out with my friends is going to take me away from Mary Kay, but if I go out with my friends like 3 nights a week, that's going to take me away from Mary Kay, okay? And so what I want to do is just make it simple. If it doesn't work for me and my family, if it causes stress, it causes financial strain, bye. Like, it's gone. No questions asked, and just that's it. I don't have to give an explanation, that's it. People, if people are causing me unnecessary stress, and I mean like extreme, okay? I don't don't mean like, oh, this girl said something, she made me mad, I'm not talking to her anymore. You know, none of that. But in being able to take your whatever happens to you and work through it in your own, or in my own like process and way and stuff like that. So just making life more simple. I look back and it's almost embarrassing. Like I used to make things really complicated. And I still can probably, like, see, you're making this way too complicated. Like, you do this, you switch this, like it's one thing. And so just making life simple. So that's my word. Yeah, I just love this whole thing. And so when you're making a goal, yeah, you're not gonna be able to read this at all. It needs certain things, okay? And I just wrote down two, because I thought maybe I would just let you guys kind of speak things. Because I had stuff written down, I was like, I don't want to just tell them. Okay, so what I put down here is goals need a start date and an end date. When I did this training, it was through Pamela Shaw, when she did goal setting. That was one of the things that has stuck with me since that day. It was your goals also need a start date. Most goals have a date. I want to lose 30 pounds in a year. That's great, but when are you going to start on it? You know, when are you going to do that? And so a start date and an end date is always really important because it gives you a path to have weekly evaluations, daily evaluations, monthly evaluations, accountability. Speaking goals is hard because I think people don't like accountability. You know, like accountability is hard because when somebody checks in on you, you almost feel like, oh, I didn't do it. They're going to be horrible. But like when Crystal's like, how's it going? I'm like, oh, it's not coming together. I don't hear, well, geez. I hear, I believe in you. You've got this. You're going to do it. You know, that's what I hear. And so that's what you're going to get in this community. You're not going to get, well, girl, I done told ya. This is how you do it. You know? So they need a start date and an end date. Okay, what else do you think they need?
Vision.
Vision. Explain that.
So you have to be able to see where you're trying to go.
Is that how you spell vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
Vision, she said vision.
But yeah, you have to be able to see where you're trying to go or picture where you're trying
Picture
to
it.
go
Mhm.
in order to hit that goal.
How can you,
Paint that, so you have to paint that picture.
okay, how do you paint your visions? How do you make that come alive for you when you have a goal? How do you, like you see it in your mind, but like do you put stuff up in your house? What do you do?
Goal posters, my refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, you know, people create vision boards, people do goal posters, some people just, they keep a journal. So
Yeah.
you're going back, seeing it every day. You need to post a picture on your mirror. You're looking at that goal that you're trying to hit on
It's in your
daily
face. It's in your face every day. Because if it's in a folder somewhere, you're not going to remember it. You're not going to remember. I remember when I was becoming a director, I put my face, cut my face out, and I stuck it on a director's body, like of the jacket, you know, that they have with the whatever. And it was in my car. It was on the door to the garage going out. It was in my bathroom. And it was, I will be a director by this date. I think it was in Crystal's boot camp. We did that. And it was everywhere. And no, it doesn't look, for us to see people who want things to look pretty and put together, it's not going to look pretty in your house, but it's going to constantly be in your mind. Sticky notes, like putting them all over your mirror, like affirmations. Yeah, that's one. I know I didn't actually write that down, but I like that. Affirmations. I wrote much prettier earlier. Okay, what else do you think goals need?
The purpose.
Like your why?
Yeah.
A purpose. Yeah, they need a purpose. That's better. A why. We talk about in Mary Kay, what is your why? What is your why? What made you join Mary Kay? And it changes over time. I used to not believe that. I'm like, no, my why will always be the same. I wanted girlfriends and I wanted to make extra money to stay home with my kids and do homeschool. Well, guess what? My why changed because I did that in a month. Okay? So then it was like, okay, I need a different why. And I really struggle with that. I really struggle with digging deep, and I'm emotional, but I struggle with dealing with my emotions. Like somebody will say something sweet and I'll just burst into tears, but if I have to deal with my stuff, I won't deal with it. And so my why ended up changing to become a director to be financially independent from my husband because I thought we were in a divorce. you know? And so that was my why. And then that didn't happen, so then, which was good. I mean, I wasn't like, oh man. But then my why changed is, oh my gosh, I made a promise to my son when I debuted as a director that I was going to take him to Disney. So then it was that, and then it's constantly changing for that. So what is your why? What's the purpose of the goal? I want a free car because my car has a hole in the floorboard. That was Stacey James. National sales director, started with a $100 kit. She didn't have $100 in her bank account to get the kit, but she got it anyways. And she told the lady, she's like, "Don't cash the check until this date because it'll bounce." And she drove around to her parties with a hole in the floor of her car. I mean, it's just so crazy. So what is your why? And it doesn't have to be anything super deep. Like, it literally could be, I want shopping money for my shoes. Like, it could be that. Or I think you said golf membership, right? Yeah. Melissa wants to pay for her husband's golf membership because she knows it's something he enjoys. I mean, that's so cool that you can do that and you can control what comes in. What else? I'm really random time. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'll just, let's see, goals. Maybe start date. Are they realistic? Okay, I really wanted to touch on this. So it's really easy to declare like a really big goal. Like, I don't know, I think for a year I was declaring Cadillac and we were not even close. And so I was like, if I speak it, it'll happen. But here's the thing, I was not working the numbers to get to Cadillac, okay? None of the unit was it, and it wasn't like it's the unit's fault, but collectively it was not happening. And so inspect what you expect. If you're wanting $2,000, one appointment a month is not gonna do it. I mean, it's just not. Mary Kay is math magical when you work the numbers. And there are times where you may see 20, 30 faces in a row and not have a single team member or a single sale. But let me tell you, the very next week, if you just hold on, the blessings will come your way. And I've seen it over and over. I mean, this past week was so like confirmation that is true, And so, are you being realistic about your goal? Now, you can say, yes, I want to make $5,000 in the next 6 months, That's totally realistic. And so you're going to want to break it down into different things. So you want benchmarks. That's what they need. They need benchmarks. So, where do you want to see yourself in 1 year? And then you're going to do like 6 months and 3 months. Oops, I don't know why I did a comma after that. 3 months, and then you're going to monthly. You're going to want to break stuff down, and weekly. And so at the end of your week, when you're writing your calendar, your meal plan, you're just sitting down. You're kind of trying to going through everything. All right, how did this week go? I didn't see any faces this week. I was really sick this week, so I need to double my activity next week to hit the goal. It is a constant evolution. And those that are willing to discipline themselves in consistency will see themselves soar. Those who are going to just let themselves, and you let yourself become overwhelmed and you let yourself give up. You let yourself be defeated. It's not because Susie didn't call you back. It's because you didn't call somebody else. Your success is up to you alone. Whatever level that looks like, it is up to you. And most people that I talk to, I delivered to 3 people this week who used to be former consultants, and they all blamed their director. And I'm sitting here like independent sales director in the back of my car, and I'm just listening to them. And typically I just say, I'm so sorry you had that experience, but I'm so glad I get to service you. That's all I say. Because I don't know the situation, I don't even care, but I don't hear them once say, I never put in the effort. And it is. I mean, you have to put in effort to build a business. I was thinking about this today because somebody said to me, I don't even know what we were talking about, but I was in my head, like I remember having a conversation with Rachel. That's what it was. It was we were talking, and I had a really rough couple of weeks of booking. Like, and when I started, it was like bam, 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 booking after booking after booking. Like, I was gone, and then it just like halted for a little bit. And I was like, I'm just not having any good luck. And she said to me, she's like, the difference between a successful consultant and a non-successful consultant is the successful consultant just keeps going no matter what. So she would just keep going. I promise it's gonna come. Just keep going. And it did. And I just listened and I just did what they said. Let's see. So yeah, you need benchmarks and be able to evaluate yourself, because if you don't have a plan, you know, it's just going to be all over the place, and you're not going to know where you're headed. You're not going to know where you're going. And tracking is hard for me. I love to goal set, but I hate to track. And it is hard for me, but I'm going to start telling myself the story. I love to track. I love to track my faces. I love to track my sales, because if I want to earn that diamond ring this year, I need to be tracking those numbers. You know, just things like that. If you want to get your Princess Court of Sales, we had one consultant in the love area earn it last year, just one consultant. And so you want to track that. And this is how you do it. I wrote this down on different paper. I literally went through my whole notebook I just bought a few months ago over these last couple of years. Months. Okay, so I'm going to kind of break down like a goal that I have for the unit and kind of show you how I'm doing it so you can break down your own goal. And what I want you to use this for is in your life and in Mary Kay. Because for me, I have personal stuff too, like you were talking about, you wanted to deepen your relationship with God. Me too. And so I really want to focus on when I'm reading the Bible. When I read the Bible, my head is like spinning. Like I cannot focus. And so tell yourself the story that you want to become. If you are somebody that is having a hard time focusing, I can focus. I am laser focused. I am in the Word. Phone is gone, TV off, you know, whatever that is for you. And so breaking this down and, you know, in a month's time, like, okay, how do I feel about my relationship with him right now? I'm feeling really close to him right now. I need to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm still not feeling that connection. What do I need to do next? Do I need to, you know, things like that. So I'm going to talk in Mary Kay terms for a minute. And so one of the goals I have for us is to, I don't have an eraser, but I guess I can write it off here. You guys can still see this, right? Okay, I'm going to talk it to you so you won't hear it. So one of the goals I have for the unit is to have 50 total unit members by June 30th. Okay? Don't ask me how many we have now. I need to check. The report's update on the 7th, so I need to know. And so when I spoke this, I thought, okay, what is that going to look like monthly? How many new consultants do we need coming into the unit? And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the number and I'll divide it by however many months we have left. So when I did that, it was 8 consultants a month. We've never added 8 in a month. So is that realistic, Hope? Can you do that? Yeah, we probably could. I added 4 in 1 month. We literally I could have doubled that, but I didn't push hard enough for myself. And so I said, okay, I'm going to start with 5. So we're going to add 5 in January. Our goal in December was 6, and we didn't add anybody, which is okay. It's okay. That was December. Now it's January. So I'm going to go incrementally. And I actually didn't figure it out, but I just was like, that's what I'm going to say to them. So we're going to start in January with a goal of 5. If we hit this goal, then I'll either double it or we'll go up by 2. And then by June, it'll just be like second nature. We're going to be adding. The goal is to eventually, also within the next 6 months, by June, start adding 10. And it's not even like a question, because 10 is growth. 5 is maintenance, 10 is growth. Okay. Another goal I have for us as a unit is to have 10 star consultants by March 15th. So 10 stars by March 15th. And I really thought about this at first because I thought, I've never had that many stars, probably should go with 5. But I thought, no, so many of us are on target right now, it's crazy. So I have this awesome tracker, and it actually has Rebecca's name on it. I didn't mean to do that. It was another director that sent me this. And I forgot to cover her name with mine, but I will. Or you can call me Rebecca for a while. So this is our star quarter goal of 10 stars. And so I think 5 of them are going to come from our current unit, and the other 5 are going to come from the new. And we have until March 15th. So we're adding 5 this month, 5 next month. We will do it. We'll do it. And I think it'll be really fun. And then I need to figure out what our star party will be. Or I think we did a movie last time with some Beauty and the Beast, didn't we? Oh, that was so awesome. God, it's great. Okay, so 10 by March 15th. Now, this is a little hard to kind of break down weekly, but it's mainly just going to come down to faces and share calls, and that's not something I've delved into super deep yet because I really have a hard time with numbers, and numbers don't make sense to me. I mean, they do, but it's like I really have to take some time. But this is our goal for that. So that is what I have for now. So 50 new unit members, starting with 5 this month. By June 30th, get to 50. Because my big vision is to have a Cadillac by next Christmas in a year. I think that's doable if we stay consistent with our work and stuff. And we'll meet. I say consistent. Okay. And so now I wanted to kind of break down for a new consultant how you would kind of break down goals and seasoned consultants and things like that. So no matter what your goal is, of course you want to have a plan. Or whatever. So say that you want to be a star consultant and you have $0 in orders for the quarter. Okay, let's just start with 0. So you're going to want to track your faces. And so for a new consultant, I always, and this is very, very conservative. So I always say like $50 a face. Okay, so $50 retail a face. And so for the next 3 months, or 2.5, however you want to look at that. Oh, Tiffany said, whoop, whoop. So 1,800 divided by 50. Oh, wait. That's the retail. 1,800 is the wholesale. So I need you 25 wholesale, right? Or 18 divided by 25? Or I just double the 1,800 and do, okay, 3,600 by 50. Sorry, thank you, Steve. Okay, so that's a total of 72 faces. Now this is just like, that number would overwhelm me. But then you divide it by 3 months, it's 24 faces a month. So 24 a month. Yeah, and that's like, I don't know, 3 parties in 1 month. 3 to 4 parties for the month. Divided by 5. Like if you have 5 people.
So 5, you can say 5 parties.
Okay.
Because 25.
So 5 parties for the month.
25 people.
Right. Yeah, does that make sense?
You do parties of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you'll have individuals, you'll have parties of 6, you'll have parties of 8, whatever. So that's just 5 parties in 1 month. That's not overwhelming. That's like 1 a week. Now, here's the thing. Double book yourself. So like say you only can work Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, book 2 or 3 appointments at that time slot because someone will cancel on you. And if they don't, then you call me or you call another sister consultant or you just be like, hey, get over to the studio. We've got 20 people coming, just like whatever. So I would much rather have more parties hold than have one at all. So $50 a face. For shares, for team building, you want to know your averages for that. So if you're a new consultant, I always say 1 in 5 people will sign, okay? And so if you want to add 1 team member, how many shares do you need to do? 5. Okay, if you want to add 2 team members, you're going to do 10. If you want to add 3 and do red jacket, 15 to 20. Okay? My signing average is 1 in 3. Now for a new consultant, 3 to 6 months will give you your average of consistent 30 days of work. So if you're tracking it, and I keep forgetting to post this tracker. It's the Faces Take You Places tracker. It tracks your faces, your sales, your share calls for the month, everything. And you can kind of see where your gaps are. And that's what's really cool about tracking. And I'm not the best at it, but when I do it consistently, I'm like, now I know why I'm not where I'm at. You know, like I didn't do this or I didn't do that. And so for a new consultant, you may be like, I don't know my average, I don't even know. Just work for 30 days for several months. You don't have to work every day for 30 days, but you work your schedule for 30 days, you'll be able to figure out your average. You'll eventually bump from 50 to 100 per face. And then for seasoned consultants, you know, do you know your average? If you don't, then do the same thing. Just work for 30 days consistently, track it, know it, because I'm not going to track it for you. Oh, God. I don't have too much time. I don't have time to do that. And it's more powerful when you see where you're going and you let me know. You don't have to let me know, but if you let me know, I can guide you. Like, all right, and I'll ask the questions that you may not know to ask yourself, and eventually you'll get to the point where you'll say, okay, so I did this, what can I do now? All right, I can message this person back because I never followed up with her, and blah, blah, blah. You will be able to self-coach yourself through a problem, which is so awesome to watch, and you will see the transition with that. There's something else I wrote. So that's how you want to figure out goals in Mary Kay, and then you're going to break this down weekly, monthly, daily. What is your activity looking like? So on Mondays, I have absolutely no time to work Mary Kay. Guess what? That's okay. It's okay. You know, like Tuesday nights, I've been re-looking at my schedule, and now I'm only working parties Wednesday through Saturday. That's it. Any other day, I'm just working office stuff or chatting with you guys, you know, things like that. Because Mondays, I'm committed to Meredith's Gymnastics. Tuesdays, we have scouts. I have to be there for that every other week. And then now I'm committed to, you know, volleyball and stuff. And where's my other paper? I keep losing it. So just knowing your schedule too, like breaking that down, knowing when you have time to do things. And some of you may only have 20 minutes. Rachel used to sit in her car, eat her lunch, and send booking messages. So it can be done if you're open to it. If you're like, I don't want to spend my lunch sending messages, I'm going to sit there and eat and listen to music. What's that doing for you? You know, but it may be to you your only time to relax. Then I say, okay, when else can you, if you're not open to my suggestions, I'll know it, and I'll eventually just say, okay, when you're ready, you come back to me. I'm not going to tell you to do something you're not comfortable with, but I'll make the suggestions where I can see it, like where I see holes. And I used to not be able to see the holes because I was like, well, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I was, you know, I ended up being on the phone like probably 2 or 3 hours a day with my best friend, and I didn't realize it. And now we have the same relationship and we talk once a week. It's okay. Probably actually I talk to her more than that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like there's adjustments you can be made. It is worth the choices. It is not a sacrifice. I've never felt the choices I made were sacrifices. I missed a holiday party at my neighbor's house, and she still to this day will not let me live it down. But I finished DIQ and I became a sales director, and I'm making more money than she is. You know, I mean, that's the choice I had to make at the time, because going to that ugly sweater party was not going to get me closer to DIQ, and I knew it was only 1 year. We had our Christmas party this year, and I was there. You know, it's just a day. Like a lot of times, Aiden's birthday is in June, okay, June 12th, and June in Mary Kay is like, it's the month. You don't go on vacation. I mean, you can. Okay. But a lot of people don't. I mean, you're just, and I don't like going on vacation in June. I like going on July, August, like, you know, because then it's over. Like, but anyways, so June, like you're laser focused, you're going into it, and I've had to switch his birthday around a couple times, but he doesn't care. I still celebrate it, you know. And if it's on a Saturday when I normally do power days, I have his party on a Sunday when I don't work. You know, I'm consistent with the schedule, and you know, anniversary. Our anniversary is right at the end of May. We don't usually celebrate till June 1st, you know, because I finished what I need to do. And some people may be like, nope, but the day is the day, and that's how they feel. But are you willing to move something around and make it up? You know. You have that flexibility as long as you can make it up. And that was something I chatted with Crystal about. I was like, I just feel like I can't get a hold of my schedule. Like, I feel like I'm constantly just taking away from something. And she was like, well, then you're not really being focused when you're doing the other thing. When you're with your family, you're not really focusing on them. So you're thinking about Mary Kay. And then when you're with Mary Kay, you're not really focusing on that, you're thinking about your family. And yeah, so anyway, that's that. And so with your goals, what's this paper? I'm going to ask you a few questions. Okay, so have you inspected what you expect? I think you talked about this. So like, you're expecting to earn a car with like no activity. You're expecting to lose weight just by saying it or like joining the gym. Okay. There's no plan. There's no willingness. Are you willing to say no to things that are going to distract you from the goal? What is distracting you? Most of the time, I don't ask myself this question because I know what it is and I don't want to give it up. Netflix is huge for me. It is not the devil. It is not. But it is a source of distraction for me because I have it on my laptop and I can watch it while I'm doing booking messages. Like that's not focused. Is it an unwillingness to change? An unwillingness to make the decision? What is it? For me, sometimes it was the unwillingness to change. I wasn't willing to give up this to do a little bit more work here. But I'm telling you, in this business, there is no other job, there is no other company that will give you the freedom, the flexibility, the support, the money. I leave so much money on the table. It's stupid. It's dumb. But it's on me. And then I get that look from Steven. He's like, you didn't hit your goal, so you can't do this. Like, he's my accountability person. If your spouse can't be your accountability person because some people don't have that support, do not talk to them about Mary Kay at all. Pretend like it's your fun little cute hobby. I don't think that's an issue in this room, but I know it can be for some women. And when you do not have your spouse's support or that person in your life support, it is devastating and it is crushing, and people will allow that to keep them from going. I had to turn away from a lot of people and just not talk to them about it. But when they saw me hit the goal and they saw what was happening on Facebook and they saw that I became a director and they saw that I got this car and then I got that car and they saw that, oh my gosh, wow. And sometimes that's all it takes. And so you have to be strong and willing to put up the boundaries. When I go home, I went home for like 48 hours to train a consultant a few years ago. And I was very specific. I said, do not tell anybody I'm coming home. I'm coming home to work. Like, it was literally 48 hours I was with this girl. And people kept trying to come to the house and I would leave and I'd go work and people got offended, people got mad, and I did not care. I did not care. You want to know how many times they messaged me throughout the year to see how I'm doing? 0. But for some reason, when I go home, everybody wants to see you, and it's not that I don't love them, it's that I am building a life that they don't understand, because society has trained us, you work 9 to 5 and you struggle and you live paycheck to paycheck and you do this and you do that. That is what is ingrained in your mind. And you live what reality you grew up in. You do. And Crystal said this the other day in this training. She did a January Jumpstart thing, and I was watching it, and she said, oh, I'm going to say it so wrong. I wish I would have written it down. But it was being broke is temporary. Being poor is a state of mind. And I was like, you don't have to have the daily struggle. You can work yourself out of it. It's just, are you willing to work this hard for a year to have a lifetime of choices? And that's something I have to tell myself every day. Am I willing? Oh yeah, go ahead.
So because I was actually just having this conversation when I was walking in the house. I was having it with my consultant, and that's what we were talking about. Like, people will go to a job every day, and they will work for Mr. Walton, and they will work 9 to 5, will not miss a day of work, will go in, sit with the flu and all this, will not miss a day, because there's that fear that Mr. Walton's gonna fire you. So Mr. Walton's gonna come in and be like, oh, you missed 5 days, you're out the door. Or you didn't hit this deadline, you gotta go. Because he's in the business of making money. So it was, how come we don't treat our business like it's a business? And that's what I was explaining to her. I was like, okay, so you have to put the phone to the side. So if you set aside 4 hours to work your business, unless you're using your phone to work your business, then when mom calls, mom has to go to the voicemail. Mom can send you a text message. If it's a dire emergency, that's what people will do. And a lot of times we're like, oh, let me pick it up because my consultant said that. She's like, oh, I can just see what it is real quick. And I was like, it's not going to be a real quick, because even though you told your mother, I'm doing X, Y, Z, mom is still going to hold that conversation with you, because Mary Kay's not important to your mom.
Right.
So we have to do, if I was at work and I told you I'm busy, I can't talk, matter of fact, I won't even answer the phone. So why would I do it in my business?
Yeah, it is a discipline, and it's something that you have to work on and teach yourself, and it's just practice. You are not going to be perfect. I am not perfect. It is a daily practice and a daily struggle. The nationals are nationals because they have more discipline. They were willing to continue on, and that's just how it is, you know. And you know, I was sitting here like, man, I've been in my business. I've been a director 2 years, been in 3 years. Chris became a national in 5 years, you guys. 5 years. How many offspring is that? It's like so many first line, so many second line. I don't even know. It blows my mind. Her work ethic, and her husband was working 12-hour days. They had a daughter. She was gave birth to Crew right before the national area came into fruition. I mean, it was just not fruition, but actually came to be. You know, her work ethic is just like unreal. And it's not that we don't have work ethic. It's not like we can't do it. She's a normal person just like everybody else. And so it's just a matter of that willingness and saying the phrase, "Hi, can I speak to you for a minute?" Or can I give you a card, or can I get your name and number? I'd love to invite you to this event we're having. You know, it's just taking that. And I don't know why it is so scary. I mean, it's scary for me, but to just ask a question. I mean, it's not. And you know, this is nothing against anybody who has a job at all, because most people who are in Mary Kay have a second job. They do. But what was I gonna say? But it's not security. Nothing is secure. Nothing. And so. But what is secure is like you can count on yourself to work, right? Unless you just know. I've actually had people tell me I am too lazy to do this. And I'm like, great, bye. Like, you can be my customer. That is fine. You know, like it's just so funny. So one thing I want you guys to do in the next day or two is fill out the form that I sent you, if you haven't already. Think about your goal with Mary Kay. If you've done that, awesome. If you need help mapping out a plan, I can help you with that. If you don't, you think, you know what, this is what I need to do. I know I need to do it. Find, if you see another consultant that has the same goal as you, power partner up with her. I'm really hoping to get an event scheduled this month. I really wanted to do a new year. Like I almost wanted to do it today because it's the beginning of the year, but you know, I just wasn't sure what the situation was going to be. But I would love to do some type of event soon. I've also been thinking of partnering up with a makeup person, like a professional makeup artist. And we talked about this a long time ago, like just as an idea, and I don't have to go through a lot to do it, but talking with a cosmetic, a professional girl who does makeup and come and do an event for our customers using only our product. You know, and just kind of figuring out how that works. I think it would be so fun. We'd probably get a lot of traffic and a lot of invites. But anyways, with the goals, just know, you need belief. Forgot that. So you need belief in yourself. Some people don't have that. If you need belief, you come find me. I'll give it to you. I will give you situations that you would think, how in the world did you do that? I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but just any other situations. Like there's people, you know, that I can hopefully inspire you with. Living your vision, not your reality. If your reality is, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, I don't even know how I'm going to eat food this week, don't live in that reality. Walk around, talk like you are a star consultant, a car driver, a pink Cadillac director. When you act and walk and speak what you're wanting, it will come about. What are you feeding your brain? What are you feeding your mind and your soul every week? You know, is it good? Is it negative? Is it, you know, I don't know, the gossipy girl at church. I mean, I don't know, whatever. But that sounded really bad. I'm like, there's gossipy people at church. There are. And so I hope this was really exciting for you. I hope you guys are excited about the unit goals. If you need anything, of course, just let me know. Remember, I have like a 24 to 48 hour window. But if it's like, I need something like it's so important, just text me and let me know. But I'm hoping to make life more simple, more consistent, because that makes everybody else happy. Just in your life. I mean, when things are chaotic, it's not fun. Think of anything else? Any questions? You got a quote? Okay, Tiffany has a quote. She's gonna come up here and read it. You are gonna come up here and read it. Come up here and read it, and I'll take your picture. It will help my day. Okay. Ready? I'm just taking a picture. Look. What are you doing? You taking my picture?
Yeah. You want me to video it? You saying your quote.
What is wrong with you?
What are you doing? Oh,
So
so,
not the quote. Okay,
I thought it was on your paper.
It was, but I didn't write the person down who said it.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. What the new year brings to you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the new year, and that is Vern McClellan.
Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, that was perfect because you know so many times people are like, I'm expecting the year to be good to me. What the heck is a year? The year isn't even a thing. It's just days. It's a number. You bring it.
Yeah.
That was powerful.
I thought that was really good because you see everybody all December, everybody was like, oh, I'm leaving
By
2017 and 2018 is
2018
gonna be great and
Uh-huh.
all this, and it's like, guess what? 2018 is not gonna be any different than 2017 unless you make the decision to change some things, so.
And when you decide to change for the good, and it happens to almost every consultant that enters my unit, the minute they want to join or they train, when they join and they get excited, something immediately comes in to deflate them. And that is the enemy, y'all. It is not, oh, I made a mistake. It is somebody is attacking you because you are making good changes and God sees it. He has his hand on you. You didn't join to quit. Okay, you didn't join so you can come in and be like, oh, this isn't working out. Now, Mary Kay is around for everybody for sometimes a season, sometimes a lifetime, sometimes just for a little bit. But it's always there. You can always come back. And so don't let your best friend who says, this is stupid, I'm not that you need to kick her out of your life, but you don't need to let her involved in that part of it. You know, don't let the obstacles stop you because, I mean, you go to work every day at your regular job and you have obstacles every day that make people quit Mary Kay. You know, it's just like, why not look at Mary Kay as your job? You know, treat it that way and it'll be really awesome. So I hope you guys are excited for the new year, all of our goals. I'm excited for star parties. I really wish you guys were so much closer, Jennifer and Mom and Tiffany, who just left us, is in Colorado with her new pretty house. I have a huge yard, you guys. We don't have yards here. Well, I have a yard with dirt. But anyways, so I'm excited. Stay tuned for details on career conference and dessert with Crystal. I know it's happening. I just don't know the qualifications yet. But I guarantee you guys can totally make it happen. So thanks for joining me. I'll be posting our goals and stuff later. And happy Wednesday. Love you guys.